What's up, guys? I'm Maleah,
I'm Cami,
and this is Dying to Spill the Tea.
We had a weird ending last week with our guest star.
Accidental guest star.
Very accidental guest star. So I think we'll dive into that. But first, I don't know if y'all noticed.
We got a new setup.
Because a lot of you had something to say. So I hope you're happy because I'm going to insert the picture that we took of me holding on for dear life in the Jeep because we had to get all of this into the back of the Jeep for you guys.
She could have died.
I could have died. But it is hella cute, so thank you for bullying us. But now it's our turn, so.
So, country summer.
Oh gosh. What a time. As you guys know, country summer was this past weekend. We went all 3 days.
It was a lot. It's always a lot.
It was so hot.
It
For being like 80 degrees, it was so hot.
Just sitting in the sun all day is exhausting.
Yeah. I was walking around a lot though.
Yeah, I didn't. We almost got into a fight. That was pretty cool.
Cause that woman.
So let's start this off with I've never been in the pit before. That was my first time ever going into a pit at any concert.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've never been in the pit before. I was dead set on getting my hat signed by Dustin Lynch. So I was like, okay. Bailey was like, should we get pit passes? And I was like, I don't think. Bandit just attacked her hair. So anyways, Baylor was like, should we get pit passes? And I was like, I don't think we're going to use them. Yeah. And then I thought about it and I was like, it would be really cool to get Dustin Lynch to sign my hat for my birthday. So I was like, cool, let's get pit passes. We'll just go in the pit for Dustin Lynch. And that'll be the end of it.
You didn't go. Oh, you didn't go?
No, I didn't go in the pit for anything other than Dustin Lynch.
Well, you weren't there that day.
So, Bandit. So, I tell Cami, for all of you that weren't there, I tell Cami, okay, like, I want my hat signed by Dustin Lynch. Like, this is the goal. Mind you, no one will go in the pit with us.
Yeah, honestly, nobody did.
It was literally just like, even Bailey gave up his pit pass and nobody went in the pit with us. So we're like, okay, we're going to go in as soon as the set before Dustin Lynch ends and they go to the small stage, and we're just going to get a spot up front and we're going to hold that spot. And we're going to hold that hat up to the high heavens.
We're going to get that signature.
Get that hat signed. So,
before we got to do that, this woman, the shape of a brick house.
I don't preface this. I'm going to preface this with I do not comment negatively on people's bodies because my weight fluctuates. It's a whole thing. But this woman was large.
Yeah, like no shame to each their own. My body's fluctuated itself, but for preferences here.
So we're like just trying to squeeze our way. Cammy's behind me. We're just squeezing our way to the front. We get up there and we're like, cool, because there were not that many people in the pit at this time.
Yeah.
Everybody had gone to go to the bathroom, go get something to eat. So we squeeze our way up to the front. This woman is just like, but she wasn't even doing a good job saving her friend's spot. Let me tell you, for someone who is as large as she is, she should have been able to save her friend's spot if that was her goal.
She just put her shit everywhere on the ground.
It was on the ground, and it was just in a giant pile. So we squeeze our way up, and we're standing there, we're minding our own business, and we're like this, we're like, okay, we're just going to take up as little space as possible. We're trying to be nice, and we're trying to be polite about it. We're like, all we want is to just get that hat up there and get that hat signed.
Yep,
That's and then leave. And then dip out. We're like, we weren't even planning on staying in the pit. We just wanted to try and get that hat signed. So we're standing there, and I see this pile of stuff on the floor, and I'm like, okay, whatever, like, no big deal. So I'm just kind of like in my little spot, and my foot's tapping the stuff that's on the ground, which if you put your stuff on the ground in the pit,
you're asking for it to get
I think it's an expectation that people are probably going to step on it. And I wasn't even stepping on it.
It's the pit. It's not like it's a reserved seat.
Yeah.
Like, we're all paying to fight to get to the front. Like, that's what the pit is.
We hear this woman. She's just kind of like mumbling and grumbling under her breath. And then she looks at me and she goes, it'd be really cool if you'd quit stepping on my stuff. And I turn around and I look at her and I was like, well, maybe your stuff shouldn't be all over in a giant pile on the ground. And she goes, we were here first. And I'm looking around and there's no we. It's just her. I was like, look, everybody bought the same pit pass. Everybody paid the same price. We all have the same right to try and fight our way up to the front. And I don't see anyone else here. So she kind of huffs and puffs and grumbles and moans. And then we hear her say, just wait till the crippled person gets back and pushes you out of the way. I'm like, Cammie, you want to tell her about crippled? You want to tell her about your broken spine right now?
Like, if only she knew I'm the definition of crippled.
Your back is literally broken. You had spine surgery, a week prior to country summer?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay. And then, to top it all off, on the other side of Cammie, there's this other girl who is, she's got her arms on her elbows, and she's like, just so you know, I have 4 other people with me. And I'm like,
ooh.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Where are they? So she's sitting there, and she's elbowing Cammie in the back. So me, being the kind of person I am not built for the pit. I am not nice enough for this. I literally go, I got my elbows up and I just start elbowing this girl back. I'm like, every time she hits Cammie in her broken back, mind you, broken back.
Broken.
Every time she hits Cammie in the back, I'm like,
well, and then her friend finally shows up. One, girl says she have 4. One shows up. And then they start like switching spots. Like, I'm going to go get a water. And then her friend, Big Bessie, like standing up with her ass out that's non-existent, but she's trying. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I keep sliding my foot towards her, and she goes to step back, and she kind of leans into me. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm swing. I'm going to swing.
So at this point, security's coming and checking on us because they know you.
Yeah, all of a sudden I feel a tap on my shoulder and I turn around. We got 3 security. They're like, Cammie, don't start a fight. And I was like, first of all, hello, I got Shamu over here, Big Bessie over here. Like, what do you mean?
And we're the whole time, we're just like,
yeah, sardined.
We're literally trying to take up as little space as possible. We're not standing next to each other. Cammie's standing behind me. I can feel her like touching my back. And we're literally just trying to like politely insert ourselves there just to be there. We're just trying to have a good experience and a good time.
And I'm like, listen, we're not going to fight. And they're like, you know what? You're the problem. And I was like, don't be saying that, like, in the middle of the pit where everybody can hear us. Because they straight up pointed at me and they're like, you're the problem. Nobody else is. You're the problem.
So to top it off, though, because we're in the front, and so the other girls are on our sides behind people who had been in the front all day. They had been like camping out all day. So, I get up next to these people. There's a girl on my right, and she's just being the sweetest thing. And I was like, she's like, oh, like, have you ever seen Dustin Lynch before? And I'm like, yeah, I've seen him. It's my birthday. I just want to get my hat signed by him. She's like, oh my God, it's my birthday too. And and we're just sitting there and we're having this great conversation. And she is with
Shamu.
Yeah. And the whole time, like, me and this girl are totally having this great conversation. She's like, girl, like, I got you. We're going to hold that hat high. We're going to get that thing signed. Then we've got this middle-aged couple next to us who's been there all day. They have a blanket set over the railing. They're leaning on this blanket. And I'm talking to him, and he's just like, absolutely, like, if they aren't grabbing them, he goes, I'll throw your hat up there for you. So the people who are actually in the front row, when I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm squeezing in on your territory, I just want to get my hat signed by Dustin Lynch. The people who were actually in the front were being super nice and welcoming. They were like, absolutely, you get yourself up there. You get that hat up there. You hold that hat high. But then we've got the people who are close to the front but not at the front who are like, we were here first. Let me just elbow you in your broken back.
Shamu and Big Betsy.
And then the cripple shows up that they were talking about.
Oh, good Lord, I forgot.
This girl's not even crippled.
She got a cast on her foot and she bought a scooter.
And then she's talking about putting her scooter sideways to shove me out of the way. And come to find out, all the stuff that's on the ground, it was her bag. So the whole time,
she was taking shit out of her basket. Did you see that?
Yeah, and she's putting more stuff on the ground trying to push me out of the way. So at this point, I start kicking her stuff. Because I'm like, you know what? No, like, this isn't happening. So I hear her talking to the girl who I was hitting it off with, and she's like, she keeps kicking our purses. And the girl that she's with is just kind of like, and I'm literally, because I knew which purse was hers, so I wasn't kicking her purse. I was just kicking the other stuff. So I'm literally just shoving it out of the way with my foot. I'm not stepping on it. I'm not breaking any of her stuff. I'm just, every time she'd put something down, I'd shove it out of the way with my foot. And she's like, I'm going to turn my scooter sideways and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there like, I just kept squishing in front of her because I'm like, you're not going to do that. So, long story short, we did not end up fighting either of them. I did text Bailey and said, I'm either going to end up in jail or the hospital because this lady's large. She's large.
I did text the security that checked on us and asked what would happen if I started a fight. And then I had security watching us the rest of the night. They quite literally joined right behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, let's wait before we move past this. She hit.
Oh, I hit the cripple in the face with a boot. So we got told by security that was in the front, we got told you can't throw your stuff on stage. You can't throw your stuff on stage. You'll get kicked out. You won't get your stuff back. So all of us are just holding it up to the high heavens, just like, please sign my stuff. And he's not even looking at us. So we're like, oh my God, he's not going to sign anything. So someone finally gets enough balls
just
to throw their hat on the stage. He stops. He looks at all of us and he goes, don't worry. I'll sign shit. So it's game over. Everyone in the pit is throwing their stuff on the stage. So I look at the guy next to me.
Phones, hats, shirts.
Anything you can think of.
A Rubik's Cube.
He held up a Rubik's Cube. Who threw a Rubik's Cube up on the stage at Dustin Lynch? What kind of nerd is at a country concert with a Rubik's Cube?
And then as people were like tossing, other people were being generous and caring and passing stuff forward.
Yeah.
So I get a boot to me and I'm like, hey, Maleah, I don't want to toss this over your head. Here you go.
I didn't throw my own hat up on the stage. The guy who said he would throw my hat for me, he grabbed it from me and he threw it up there because I didn't know if I could. It was a lot higher than it looks.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if I could get my hat up there. So he grabbed it and he threw it up there. But I get handed this boot by Cammy and I was like, I can get a boot up there. So I take the boot, I put the boot back, I hit the cripple right in the head with the boot. I turn around and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she's just like, as if I did it on purpose or something. And no, I was just trying to be nice. I was just trying to pay it forward. Like this whole time, we're in the pit and we're trying to be as respectful as possible. And somebody hands me a boot and they want to try and get their boot signed. And then the nightmare comes. I'm looking at the pile of stuff on the stage and I'm like, oh my God, my hat's...
It's a mountain.
It was. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way he's signing all of it. My hat is not going to get signed. So at this point, I'm just hoping. I'm like, I really hope my hat stands out enough because it's a pretty unique hat.
Yeah.
I was like, sure. I'm hoping my hat stands out enough that he'll pick up my hat. He signed my hat. It was one of the last things he signed. I got a video of him signing it. We'll insert it for you guys to see. But I did get my hat signed. And we did not get in a fight or get arrested or end up at the hospital.
Joke's on you for all of you that probably thought that happened. I know some of us have a track record. What happened?
Track record of what?
I don't know what you're talking about. But we were respectful little country girls. Ish.
Kind of. I did hit a woman in the head with a boot.
This is true.
But I didn't do it on purpose. Could have done it on purpose.
True.
But it was almost even better because I didn't do it on purpose. And they were being so rude.
Yeah. Other than that, what was your... Other than getting your hat signed, because that was like the main goal from like months ago, you had said.
Oh, yeah.
I need my hat signed.
I had been planning this out since we bought the tickets.
So other than that, favorite thing about country summer? Favorite and least favorite?
I love just going and hanging out with everyone. Your family is just amazing.
Love y'all.
Love your family. Got to hang out with Allie. Got to hang out with your brother. You know, Bailey got the days off. Bailey got to go with us. It was...
I don't know why.
That's probably the best part. My least favorite thing is every year I think country summer is a great idea. Every year I'm like, yes, let's go to country summer. This is going to be so much fun. 3 days of country music. I'm going to drink some alcohol. We're going to have some fun. Every year by day 2, I regret my decision. By day 2, I just want to stay in the hotel room. I'm dead exhausted. My feet hurt. My back hurt. It's just like I'm usually sunburnt, dehydrated, just done by day 2.
Dehydrated says the one that got an IV.
I did get an IV and I was still dehydrated. I needed like 2 IVs, but that would have been a lot of money.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Yeah, every year. And remind me of this conversation next year when I say, country summer tickets are on sale. Are we going? It's going to be so much fun. Because every year I do this and every single year I regret my decision. So I just want to pick one day with, you know, a good lineup and go for that one day.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was your favorite part and least favorite part?
This year was probably my coolest experience. So I think my favorite part was being in the pit every night. Because I don't know, I've never been in the pit at a country concert. And like, it was just a cool experience. Because every time I've gone to country summer, it's like, I sit on the lawn, which I love. I love being with everybody and talking. It's super fun. But going in the pit was so cool. It's a different vibe from like a rap concert. You're getting pushed. You're like fighting. Country concert, everyone was just kind of jamming.
Yeah.
We were just there for a good time.
Except for that last night.
Except for Shamu. That bitch needed to go back in the ocean.
The funny thing about that is, we forgot to mention, she didn't even stay in the pit.
Yeah.
She literally, as soon as Cripple came back, she was gone. We were like, where'd she even go?
Like, all that rudeness for what?
And then, like, I saw her walking out with a different group when we were leaving. And I just don't even understand. I don't understand what her end goal was.
Well, whales are like social animals. They go in pods.
We're gonna get canceled for this episode. I wish I had a picture. So, like, we're not exaggerating.
Have you guys seen Free Willy?
We're not exaggerating this woman's size. It's like, it's coming off really rough. It's coming off really mean. Like, this was a large. You know our family is watching this.
Her family?
Our family. Oh. Her family probably doesn't even know we exist. But this woman was large.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Like, she'd show up on a fish finder so fast.
Please don't get I think we need to re-record this episode.
We can bleep things out. It's just going to be me talking. You're going to be talking, and every time my mouth opens, beep, 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 beep.
This is just not going to come off very well.
It's unfiltered, unapologetic. Now we're worried about people's feelings. Now.
You're not wrong. My mom hasn't even watched it yet, and she's the only one who would judge me.
Is what I'm saying. Now we're gonna like filter and be like, she was a lovely plus size model. No.
There is a difference between a large person that takes care of themselves and a large person who doesn't, though.
No,
and
I agree.
She was definitely like, you know, you can look at somebody like all bodies are beautiful.
Yes.
But if you take care of yourself.
The only reason I'm hating is because she's rude. If she is nice, good for her. Your body, your life. I really don't care. You're going to be rude?
Yeah.
I'll be rude back. And I'm going to talk about it. And I don't care how I described you. Because if you're not a good person to me, I don't have to be a good person to you.
We're talking like probably easy 450, 500. That's, I would say, easy 450, 500. Large.
Agreed.
Anyways, your favorite parts. You said everybody was vibing in the pit.
Yeah. Least favorite part. I didn't think I really had a least favorite part this year. Other than the heat. I don't do good in the heat. Like when we were walking around, the heat wasn't that bad and there was that breeze.
Yeah.
But just like
when you
sitting
sit there.
Which sucks because like I'm not trying to walk all day because I love my boots. My boots are comfy. I paid good money for my boots.
Yeah.
But walking all day in them in the heat, it just my legs can't do it. So I want to sit, but there's no shade anywhere unless you want to be so far off to the side you can't see.
Yeah.
So that would probably be my least favorite. The vendors this year were hella cool though.
There's definitely a photo of me passed out.
Oh, I know.
On the lawn.
Oh,
We can insert that too because that one's pretty entertaining. Bailey's passed out in a chair and I'm just passed out at his feet.
The crazy thing is, I didn't even know you were there for like a hot minute. Patrick and I sat there and we were eating, and I was like, "Where's Maleah?" I was like, "She's been right there the whole time." I was like, "What?"
She's asleep. She don't look good. That was after I got the IV. That was when I should have been feeling better, and I was just not feeling good.
Maybe the IV was just not bueno.
Yeah. The vendors were pretty cool though.
Beatbox was my favorite vendor. They're my homies. I'm gonna say shout out Beatbox because you know we're friends. We're not, but I wish.
I liked the Tito's booth. I like how they had games set up.
What games?
You didn't see they had cornhole. They had Connect 4. Like they had a whole bunch of stuff set up in the Tito's booth.
No, I was flirting with the guy making coasters.
That was super cool. The Tito's booth had a branding station this year. So they had these leather coasters and they would brand your initials into them for free. You just had to get there within a certain time frame.
I got my name branded.
You got your whole name?
I flirted with the dude. Just like how everyone's supposed to get one, I got 4.
You would be the one to get 4.
yeah, because he's like, you could do 2 letters or like a year or something, whatever you wanted. And I was like, what about my name? And he's like, well, how long is your name? And I was like, 4 letters. He's like, we're just not supposed to do that. And I was like, did anyone tell you? You look like really good today. And he's like, oh, thanks. I'm like, yeah, like, do you work out? And we just got sidetracked. And he's like, I'll give you 2. With my name. And then the next day I went back and he remembered me. I have a problem.
I'm impressed. Your problem is impressive.
I just like to use it to my advantage. Because you can't just have 2 coasters.
No.
You have to have 4. It's a
you
whole
need a set. You need a set.
Yeah, so I went back and he's like, hey, I gave you 2 yesterday. And I was like, oh, you remember me?
You're like,
crazy.
I'm back. I'm here to flirt
What do
with
you mean?
Again.
And he's like, you want the same 2? And I was like, yeah. And Taylor and Allie were like, what?
With their 2 coasters.
Yeah. Boring. Actually, one of their coasters is my favorite thing ever.
They got the 666.
Yeah. Not demonic.
No.
It is, but it's not.
Their wedding date.
Their wedding date was 666. So
they
good juju.
How did they do it? They added up
the year. So it was the 6 months, the 6th day, and then 2024.
2 plus 4
so
6.
2 plus 4 is 6. So 666 is their wedding anniversary.
Which is really cool.
It's an angel number and a demon number and a wedding anniversary. It's a lot of things.
That is a lot of things. And a coaster now.
Mm-hmm. Theirs is definitely my favorite.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a really, really cool coaster. Your favorite outfit?
One that we took our picture in.
That picture was so cute.
We took some really cute pictures. We posted 2 of them. One of them?
One of them.
One of them. We'll show you guys. We'll do a little collage of our pictures. I act like I can put it here. I'm still trying to figure out how to put it here. So it might just be a slide where we're cut out.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll go ding, and then you guys will see the picture and it'll look cool like we're at Disneyland where they edit Tinkerbell into your hand. That'll be us one day.
Or like on the Disney Channel when they do the...
Yeah. And you're watching Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun. Don't copyright us. Is that illegal? Can we do that? I don't think we can do that.
We're not big enough yet. I don't think Disney's going to catch wind of us.
But if you do.
But if you do.
Oh.
I think that's enough about Country Summer. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
There's not really much more to tell.
No, not really.
So we left you guys on a cliffhanger last episode. The neighbor showed up. We were also talking about her date that she was going to go on. Give me a brief rundown on your dating life right now. Anything come of the neighbor?
Hi
Hayden, if you're watching this.
I know you're gonna watch this. Yeah, we've been hanging out.
Okay.
A lot since that episode.
I mean, you are neighbors, so it does make sense that like it's convenient to hang out quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting to know each other. It's been fun. Never thought a paper airplane would bring someone into my life, but
I wish I had the whole paper airplane ordeal on video because that was so funny watching you panic, come back to the window. I can't do it. Me, you better go do it. You, I can't do it. Me, you better go do it. And then just watching you in the window fold it into a paper airplane, and I'm like, what are you doing over here? Like, what's about to happen? And then all of a sudden I just see you dart past the window, and I'm like, I think she did it. And it worked.
It did. And Hayden's a great guy. We have a lot of fun hanging out. We've done a lot. He's like met my friend group and I've met his friend group, which I also think might be his cousin. So if you guys are watching this, I'm sorry. I don't know who's who. I don't know. But our groups intertwine really well.
He did come to Country Summer with us for one of the days.
Yes, he was there for the third and final day.
It definitely did not seem like his vibe.
No, not at all. I think the first time he sang was when we were in the pit waiting for Dustin Lynch to come on, and they were playing rap music.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time he had like sang and kind of danced the whole day.
But I mean, A for effort, Hayden.
Yeah,
that's like getting out of your comfort zone right there, is going to a country concert when you don't listen to country music.
I'll insert his picture at Country Summer. We took a picture at the Tito's booth together. So yeah, there was Hayden. I did go to the Giants game. Like I said, I wasn't going to. I said I was going to chicken out. It was so much fun. It was a blast. We got like the lower club seats.
Okay.
Like a couple rows back from the field.
Okay.
That was a whole experience. I've never been down that low. Like your tickets to enter into the Giants stadium, you go underneath the stadium.
Huh.
Like I didn't even know there was an underneath to the stadium. And then you go upstairs into your seats. And like where our doors were to go upstairs was right by where the players like walk through from the dugout to whatever's the locker room, I guess. So it was cool because we saw a couple of them walking. And then we tried, there was like little barcodes you could scan on the back sides of the seats to get your food delivered. But the guy that I went with wanted a lobster sandwich. And then we just couldn't find that.
And they wouldn't deliver that. That wasn't a deliverable item.
Yeah. So we decided to just walk and go get his lobster sandwich. I just wanted garlic fries super bad. That's like all I want. Which garlic fries on a date? Or maybe not a date. I don't know, a date. I don't know. Whatever it is. Play it cool. It's a bold choice.
It is a bold choice, but it's probably a choice I would make.
So they weren't, I mean, I'm sure they had just garlic fries, but I felt like I needed food also, so I got chicken strips and garlic fries. I like the child that I am.
I was about to say a kid's meal. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
With a beer is an adult kid's meal.
Got it.
Yeah. And then we had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
I feel like the Giants Stadium itself is just a really neat place. There's so much to do other than watch the game. Like,
well, he's a big baseball guy, so like that's what we did. We went there for the game, which it was really cool because I'm not super in depth on the Giants team. Apologies. But it was one of the guys' first, like his opening night on the team. So that was super cool. And also where our seats were, we were on TV.
So, you made it on the TV? Yeah. What is up with you and getting on TV and on like famous people's Instagrams and stuff?
Because he had told me, he's like, we're in a spot where we might be on TV. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And so there was one point he like looked, we were just sitting and talking, and he's like, I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, just in case the camera looked over here.
We're on the TV.
Yeah, the next day he sent me a screenshot or two, and he's like, look, we made it. And sorry, my cat is just pulling my blanket right off me. Then I zoomed in, and there we are. And he has like a crystal clear white hat on, and we're in like a sea of black hats. And
so it was totally obvious.
Yeah, and my hat was like a tan color, so you just had to find the white and the tan hat, and you can completely see us.
That's pretty cool.
So I found us a couple times. I had like watched the game back, and then I was sending him screenshots. I'm like, we made it.
That's pretty cool.
So we had fun. Yeah. The other dates I bailed on,
I'm proud of you for not bailing on all of them, though.
I'm shocked I even went because I was having a panic attack.
I mean, there's medicine for that.
It didn't work.
Oh my gosh.
It did not. And I was like, maybe he's going to bail, and that would be the best news because I'm not freaking out.
I am definitely one to have panic attacks at the worst possible time.
Yeah. A bunch of you watching probably know who I went to the Giants game with because I did post a picture.
I did hear about said picture from another one of our friends. Shout out Kaylin, love you.
I'm not going to add said picture because I haven't talked to said person to ask if I could talk about it.
Yeah. I was on FaceTime with Kaylin, and Kaylin was like, oh my God, is Cammie hanging out with him? And I was like, yes. Yes. And she's like, what?
Yeah, a couple people have messaged me and they're like, you guys are finally hanging out. And I was like, please stop. Please stop.
Well, it was what, 8 years in the making?
Yeah. If you are the said person watching this, I definitely wasn't waiting 8 years to finally hang out and go to a Giants game with you. I'm so sorry.
Only a little desperate.
Cool. A little desperate.
Just a girl.
Just a girl. Just a girl. But it was a great time. If you are watching this, I did have so much fun. And now I'm nervous.
Oh, it's okay. We're all nervous.
Other than that, yeah, I have a date or hangout. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it with that same person next week.
Love it. Love that for you. Speaking of dating and relationships, what are some relationship red flags for you?
Ooh. Like if they have bad communication. Because I feel like so many guys, not all guys, some of you guys are good guys. Bailey's a great guy.
Bailey's an angel. We love Bailey.
They just think like if we ask for the bare minimum, like, hey, just keep me in the loop, like they think we're crazy. And like, I don't care. Go do what you want to do. Go be with who you want to be. Be honest and just let me know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going out to the bar. I actually have way too many drinks. I'm going to go back to so-and-so's house, or can you come get me, or I'm going to Uber. Just that open communication. And if they can't do that, like it's like, oh,
which is literally the bare minimum.
Yeah, like I'll just text you tomorrow. I'm going out with the guys. Text you tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
Like, no, if we're dating, you can easily be like, hey, we're going to this bar now, just so I have an idea. I just want to know you're okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So if you have bad communication, what's your red flag?
I think that's fair. Communication is definitely a big one. Something that I have definitely learned over the years and experienced, any sort of display of aggression early on, whether it's towards me or just towards anyone in general. Mm-hmm. Any sort of aggressive behavior is just a huge red flag for me at this point. There is a cat licking my toes right now under my blanket. Wow.
Aggression. Tell liquor.
It's Bandit.
Ew.
Hi, Bandit.
He's got a foot fetish.
It's just being in toxic relationships and abusive relationships in the past. That is a huge no-no for me.
Yeah.
Which I don't have to worry about that at all with Bailey. I haven't seen an aggressive bone in his body.
Love you, Bailey.
We love you, Bailey.
Yeah, I guess I never looked at that. That's probably like the smarter red flag.
I think communication's a good one. I definitely I would agree with that. It's just the bare minimum, and so many men don't feel like they owe that to us.
Yeah.
And I
just don't get why it's seen as crazy. Like, we could be so much worse and be like, I need like constant every 30 minutes, let me know. Yeah. But honestly, I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
Yeah.
And me asking just for like a little update, like, oh, we bounce bars. Cool. I know where you're at, so if something went wrong, like, I at least know roughly where you are. Yeah. But everyone always says that's crazy.
It's not. It's just
like every guy I've been with says I'm crazy. I'm like, no, go have fun. I don't care. I just want to know if something happens. Because, like, so many bad things happen all the time. I just want to know.
That could be the anxiety in you.
Anxiety.
How's that song? I hate that song. Don't even get me started.
How does it even go?
I don't even want to know how it goes, Cammy.
The only thing I can think of is not that song.
Yeah, because they use the beat from a different song.
Do they?
Yes.
Because all I can think of is, I always feel like somebody's watching
That's
me.
not the right song at all.
I'm gonna drown myself. That was really awkward for me. Great. I love that for me. God, what else has happened? 4th of July just passed.
What did you do?
I went to the river with Patrick's family and Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
Hey, Hayden. We went to the river and then we went to the fairgrounds to watch Patrick's dad, who's in a band. Love you guys. And then we left to try and find like a better place for fireworks. Mm-hmm. We also wanted to drink, and I was not trying to pay a ton of money to drink inside the fairgrounds.
Fair.
Ended up not really finding any. Well, we found one place to watch fireworks, but we were about to get kicked out. We went to I don't know the word. As I want to, just because Hayden said it. He said commissary, and it's not commissary. It's a. It starts with a C.
Isn't it commissary like
they
have in the jail?
Yeah, but it sounds like that. Community? No. Commune? No, that's wrong too. It's a Jewish thing. It's a
communion?
Yeah!
I don't think that's Jewish.
No.
Isn't a communion a church thing?
Yeah, but it was like a Jewish church.
So that's why I'm thinking communion, because that's religious.
Yeah, it was like a Jewish. I don't know. I don't remember where it was. But anyways, it was gated off, and somebody opened the gate leaving.
Like a compound?
No. I wish I could think of the word. I don't know.
Is it like where they all live, like their own little like?
No, it was like, I don't know. I didn't really look at the.
Okay, we're getting way too far into this.
Anyways, we went there, and it was a great view of the fireworks, and then the bus driver kept pointing to us. So then we left, and then we couldn't really find anywhere to park because the fireworks were like 5 feet off the ground, not aerials. So then we came back home and drank, and that's it. What did you do for 4th of July? Since apparently I went to the Jewish.
Did you convert religion?
Anyway, so what'd you do for the 4th of July?
I went out on the boat for a little bit with one of my coworkers and Bailey. And it was really windy, so we couldn't do anything. I tried to wakeboard. The waves just kept burying my board.
I don't know how to wakeboard. Is that where you hold the little rope?
It's board on your feet, and you stand up on the board, and you just kind of...
Isn't that? I thought that was wake surfing.
Wake surfing is a surfboard.
Oh.
And a bigger wake.
What the hell's a wake? Isn't that for dead people?
Like the wave that the boat makes behind it. The wake.
Oh.
We'll get you on a wakeboard, don't worry.
I don't know. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, yeah, we went out on the boat for a couple hours, which was nice. It was not ideal weather though. Came back home and hung out with my cats. Most of my cats are scared of fireworks, but I found out that my little street rat is not. They just annoyed him. Every time a firework would go off, he was just getting angry. So he hung out with me on the couch all night.
Oh, because don't you live close by where the fireworks would be?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, my cats didn't even hesitate with fireworks. They were like me. But I don't live remotely close enough for them to be that loud.
Yeah, no, I live like a couple blocks away from where they do the fireworks. I thought about watching them from my roof,
Ooh. Ooh.
But that would have required going outside and climbing up a ladder.
I would have killed to see more fireworks than what I did last night.
It's not my thing.
I just love fireworks. I don't know why. They make me so happy. Like when we were driving around, we got to a point where we were right next to where they were lighting them off, and there was so much traffic right there. We had a great view.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be sitting, enjoying them.
Yeah.
And it was not.
They do multiple fireworks shows where I'm at.
Mm.
So they'll do Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and it's all around the lake.
Ooh.
So Thursday night they did their fireworks show, and then the fireworks barge on the lake caught on fire. So the fireworks show is done, and the barge is just floating in the middle of the lake on fire.
How does that even happen? Like, isn't there?
I don't know.
Just let it go.
Our sheriff's office boat was out there, and from what I heard, they were just taking fire extinguishers and trying to extinguish the fire. And then I saw on Facebook that they were just going to let it burn out.
Well, it's in the middle of the water.
It's not going anywhere. But yeah, I open up my Facebook and I just see all these videos of the barge on fire, and then I see like videos of the sheriff's office boat coming in and getting fire extinguishers. Jeez. And there's like pictures of all the firefighters on the shore just like watching it because they can't do anything. It's out in the middle of the lake.
Go swim to it and flip it.
So that was pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I mean, I don't think I have anything else.
I do, for the viewers that care, since I've shared some of my medical journey with you guys. I have some scans coming up that I don't know, they're not sitting well with me. I am nervous about them. I'm not sure. Maybe it could just be a feeling. But I have scans for my lower back, which I don't know if I explained much, but a couple weeks ago I had my upper back. I got surgery done because my cancer spread there. I did radiation, and then it quite literally broke my back from radiation. So my lower back's been kind of bugging me a little bit. So we set up some scans. So I'm hoping good things, hoping I just tweaked it, or maybe that from carrying my back so differently, from like having the upper part be broken and like my lower back kind of taking a weight change. I'm hoping maybe it's just tweaked. So definitely keep you guys updated on that one. I have my fingers crossed because I don't want the worst to happen, because if it's the worst, I feel like I'm just going to repeat everything I just did.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I mean, radiation's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, last time it was not great. I ended up in the hospital right after.
Yep.
But I still would take that over chemo.
I don't blame you.
Because it's like chemo is hours long and you feel sick constantly. Radiation, 15 minutes. Like, yeah, it's every day, but it's 15 minutes in, out. I puke a little bit, a little spice, like, and then I go home. It wasn't until like day 5 where I was like, my heart, like SpongeBob, my leg, my heart.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed. I'm sure by the time we post this, I'll already have had my scans, so it won't be till the next episode that I'll be able to inform you guys on what's going on, and I might have some more answers by then, so I might be able to give you more details, but if not, I'll do my best. But other than that, that's all I got.
All right, you're Cammie.
And you're Maleah.
And this is Dying to Spill the Tea.